Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. My name is Versailles, and today we are going to be doing the monthly challenges 41 through 50 of the April 2025 monthly challenges. And to start with, we have Draven and Tahm Kench. Special rules are repetition. When any player plays a spell, they copy it with the same targets and withstand. Round start, grant the foe's units +0/+1, and for this we're going to be using Nami. And then for relics we have Grand General's Counterplan, Chameleon's Necklace, and Chemtech Duplicator. If you are using epic relics, obviously Chameleon's Necklace should always be Echoing Spirit instead. And you'd probably also use Hymn of Valor and Chosen by the Stars, and then you just win in 2 rounds instead of taking the long way to do that with this build. But this build still works and Nami is still super strong, so it's fine. You can take Victor here. Created cards will cost 1 less, and presumably we create many cards. Farsight Alteration is great. Then we go into Tahm Kench, whose power is Big Feast. When the foe summons a unit, grant it +0/+3. And we are guaranteed to get a Nami in hand, so we don't have to reroll too hard. Could play a unit, don't know if it matters. Spells we play are going to play twice. So I'm going to make a cask here and kill it with the butcher. We kind of just need Nami on board, and then we should be fine. Because of repetition, every spell we cast is going to give us at least 2 mana back. Our 4th spell will give us 3. And then keep just pressing the buttons, and eventually the buttons will win the game. I'm out of mana though, so I guess we have to attack here.
This is not the way. Let the tide carry you. This is glorious.
Next spell will play too many times. I really should just pass there. The opponent can't do anything. We're gonna win on next attack. And that's without Chemtech Duplicator ever being active, so. Should have played the Wiggly Burbled Fish as soon as it cost 0. That would have saved me a lot of time because the elusive would have gotten buffed. Could re-roll here, try to get cost reduction maybe. Focusing Crystal or Shadow Totem are also good picks. Power Riff is great, especially combined with Farsight Alteration, so we're forced to get Nami on round 1. Then we go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons the Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1/+0 and double attack this round. Can play Nami for free, so I'm going to start with this Coral Creatures. That way if they do anything, there'll be a target that isn't Nami. Can jailbreak more units. That'll spread out the damage really nicely. play Scrap Traption. Don't think that wins the game for me though, so just attack here, pass. Go next round, pass and attack.
I serve a noble cause. No outsiders. Rise with the surf. Move aside, small fry.
Could potentially have kept that unit alive, but kinda no reason to. Challenge 42 is Yasuo and Misfortune. Special rules are Shadow Isle's Discount and Noxian Might 2. Each round the first time the foe summons a unit, grant it +4/+0 and Overwhelm. And we're using Fiddlesticks with Chemtech and double Chameleon's Necklace. Fiddle's gonna be fine pretty much no matter what. And we go into Yasuo, whose power is Gathering Storm. When the foe's units attack, stun the player's weakest unit, and the foe draws 1. Play the Lurking Nightmare, get some more stuff into the opponent's deck to draw. Doesn't really save any damage there because of the Overwhelm. And we can definitely use Reap here. That'll apply to Gloom, which will make him closer to dead.
We don't want any trouble.
I want to hit with as much damage as possible, but obviously this isn't going to do very much. Does get rid of the Yasuo though.
Fluffy tails for you.
You have Crow Storm here. Could play it and kill both units, but the Dread Harvester is probably fine, and we'll get extra Terrify stacks out of it.
Should have sang.
Get rid of your worst card. Probably Winged Messenger here, but I'm not sure.
Sure you can handle
You go into Misfortune, whose power is Boarding Party. When the foe's units attack, deal 1 to the player's battling units and the player's Nexus.
no prey, no pay. Fresh out of mercy.
This block actually does literally nothing, but it's fine. Probably would have been better off just playing Shallow Siren there. Could have attacked with everything, it would have been fine. Even if you lost a unit, not a big deal.
I'll be dang.
Nothing feels better than the sun on your scales.
Son of a.
It's not quite enough damage, so we will want to get Fiddlesticks on the board. Challenge 43 is Lucien and Gangplank. Special rules are only the strong round and kill all units except each player's strongest, and suffer around start deal 3 to all the player's damage units. Fiddlesticks does kind of go wide, so this is probably not the best choice, but I mean it's going to be fine anyway. Relics are Chameleon's Necklace ×2 and Chemtech Duplicator. I like having the extra copies, that way you get a lot of Crow Storm, which is a win condition. This is going to end up being pretty weird. I'm going to take Jhin for the Mystic Shot, but the Blood Hunt kind of does the same thing. Take cost reduction on Crow Storm. I like that spell a lot. Brain Worm on Mystic Shot. And Brainworm on Reap. Our opponent should have no cards. We go into Lucien, whose power is always listening. When the foe's units attack, create 2 resonating strikes in the foe's hand. They cost 0. Keep the Mystic Shot, keeps Shallow's Siren. Drop Shallow's Siren on 1 after the attack. So pass, let him attack. If you try to block it, he uses Resonating Strike, which gives him extra damage and also barrier, so it doesn't actually help that much. Good Curator's Gatebreaker here, it's fine. Now we can just attack with both.
They look on and amuse well.
I forgot only the Strong existed. So if we Terrify here, I think we might end up taking more damage.
Of course I'm ready. Light the fuse.
Only I can endure the dragon's fury. The dragon spirit awaken!
Backfired.
Not sure that anything actually matters. Overwhelm was maybe the best choice. We go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Keg. The first time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. If you play a unit here, you might respond with Make It Rain. Yeah, there it is. And double up. So we're gonna lose both regardless. But I'm pretty happy taking slightly less damage there.
I rarely forget and never forgive. Art requires a
Jin's gonna die, but he'll come back deathless.
I have prepared something very special. Take your seat.
And finish it off with a Mystic Shot.
I will allow for no
Challenge 44 is Viego. Special rules are on guard. Round start, create a fleeting single combat in all players' hands, and Prophet of an Elder God 2 when the foe attacks spawn 3. Combination of this might be kind of mean. And for this we're using Garen, Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, Troll King's Crown. We're going to be able to take advantage of that extra on guard, giving us that single combat for another strike. Berserker's Buckle should keep us healthy. The thing we're going to have to worry about most is getting removed with Vengeance. I think that's what that's called. And we go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. Not sure that he ever gets Dawning Shadow in the challenge version. And without Dawning Shadow, he's honestly a lot weaker. They don't have the mana for On Guard, so I'm going to go ahead and use Sharp Sight here. That will give me enough damage or hit points to survive and also give us an extra mana gem, which will let us play Garen this round. And again, the only thing we're worried about is Vengeance.
We must not relent!
I do this for her, for us. The halls up.
Want to keep our power levels about even. That way, should one of the units die, the other one will still be able to do the majority damage. And we'll just Judgment here. Challenge 45 is Zed and Lulu. Special rules are magic number. When the player draws the card, set his cost to 3, and welcome to the Murder Bridge. Game start, the foe summons a Howling Abyss. For this we're going to be using Volibear, Double Stalkers, and Curator's Gatebreaker. Triple Curator's Gatebreaker is also something you can do. You can also go Triple Stalker's Blade. If you're using Epic Relics, Portal Pals can be good. Sometimes it's not though. I think I'm going to take Poppy. Nah, let's take Lucien. Most cards should cost 3, but just in case they don't. And we go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the Darkness. Round end, if the player's Nexus stick damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. We don't have a response for this Zed, so we're going to end up taking 15 damage. If you were to drop Lucien, we would take 10 damage instead, which isn't honestly much better. I'm just going to take the, I guess it's 16 after he levels up. And I'll just be content with that.
Stand and fight.
Kind of expected a different thing to come out, but deal with what's in front of us.
In the field, you call me commander.
Let us turn this tundra!
And if we do get Senna killed here, we should be able to rally. But it looks like we're just gonna win instead. Remove your worst card. I think it's either on Scarred or Ice Veil. I'm gonna get rid of Ice Veil. We go into Lulu, whose power is Adorabus. Round start, transform the player's strongest follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it this round. Since Volibear is such a powerhouse on his own, we're not really too worried about our followers. But our followers are also kind of good, so it's fine. We should have one more mana here. You just drop them and get rid of those two. Guess I could have waited. If they played Lulu, I could have killed her too.
I am exalted.
4 damage isn't enough damage.
There's a chill in the air. Hello, love.
In the field, you call me commander.
There, obviously I was gonna try to get Senna killed, but she kind of just died on her own, so... Or turned into a squirrel.
He's big as tombstones.
I came to
That answers the question of, would Lucien love Senna if she were a worm? He would not.
What's the plan?
We shoot them. Not so fast.
If I got the squirrel killed there, I could have rallied. That would have been better.
What do you tell the offerers? I wield the storm.
Challenge 46 is straight up terrifying. We have Irelia with combat awareness, all units have scout. This might get a little bit easier because she'll probably play something like Flawless Duet or Ribbon Dancer and then waste the extra attack there. But still terrifying to see Irelia with scout. And we also have Noxian Might 2 each round. First time the foe summons a unit, grant it +4/+0 and overwhelm. So the combination of all this is truly, truly scary. For this I'm going to be using Swain with Wicked Harvest and Double Scourge's Stash. I don't know if that's correct. Might be better to go with like Treadway Chase Gun to do some early damage. You still have to get Swain on the board though, so. And we're going to want something that can actually kill a unit. So like a Get Excited here is probably fine. Death's Hand on Darius probably would have worked as well. And remember, spells you take if you have, I think, the 4-star ability, also get Pyromantic Wake, which means that they do a lot of extra damage, which is nice. I'm going to take Blade of the Exile. And Farsight on Swain should be good. We go into Irelia, whose power is Infinite Blade Waltz. When the foe blade dances, they grant their strongest unit +1/+1, and it attacks with the blades. Again, this is honestly terrifying. I think this is one of the scarier adventures. You should feel completely free to do whatever you need to do here. I'm gonna keep both Swain. One of them will turn into a Raven army, and that should be good. Kinda want to kill this before it becomes a problem.
Every blade, every beat in its place.
This won't kill Irelia,
Wicked magic from a wicked
but it'll let me play Swain.
never bow to tyrants like you.
Now that we've done some damage to the enemy nexus, we're pretty safe because our spells have increased in damage.
What's today's list? Full speed ahead.
Let's do 3 and stun. Doesn't actually matter what we do here.
Hang on, son.
I think I forgot that I had scout and only attacked once. I could have attacked twice. I mean, look at how scary that is.
Ready.
How tedious.
Challenge 47 is Irelia again. Special rules are Butcher's Block, all units have Plunder, grant me +1/+1, and Suffer round start, deal 3 to all the player's damaged units. Ideally, we remember that Suffer exists and we don't throw away a unit. However, the fact that you need to block Irelia a lot means that you're probably going to be put in a position where that's going to be a thing that happens. And for this we're using Jhin with Curator's Gatebreaker and double Riptide Battery. The order does matter. It's also a bug where the plunger doesn't work the second time you play Jhin. So you do need to do some chip damage before that happens. Pure is kind of an interesting choice. You could potentially kill 4 units because they just attack over and over. But I'm going to take Jace for Shock Blast instead. And I mean, we may as well give Jhin Challenger, why not? If we can get minus cost, that's great. Anti-up is perfect. And we go into Irelia, whose power is Infinite Blade Bolts. When the foe blade dances, it grants their strongest unit +1/+1 and it attacks with the blades. Could keep the Mystic shots to try to kill Irelia when she comes down. We don't get Jhin in hand, which is tragic, actually. I think I just take the damage here. Holding mana means I can get rid of Irelia.
They won't hurt you. If they hurt you,
And we have to play Jhin because he's fleeting. Oh, the plunder didn't work there either. That is unusual. I don't know what to do about that.
Heartless.
It is a problem.
Beautiful.
battle senses.
I play Mana Soul Student here.
Shoulder set. Blade shoulder.
Obviously, we're gonna get attacked again.
Don't worry. I've
Should
been
be
to the side
fine.
many times.
I will give them shows and 1, 2.
And it looks like we're in a bad position because we are.
Turn back, Tread.
We haven't even finished.
Watching you.
But should be okay.
Steady your heart. Find your beat.
I can take 4.
Something very special.
I'll do what must be done.
I will allow for no mistake. Oh, the denouement.
Lost Jhin there, which I'm sad about.
Look sharp, my darlings.
These moves are always on point.
Face your fate.
Silent as death. If you do not have a part to play, our purpose calls to us. We cannot. With me! Today is the day we reclaim our homeland!
Okay, we're gonna get hit with Flawless Duet here.
Two blades.
Hopefully it's fine.
Perfect harmony.
I will play my part.
Just really bad that the plunder didn't work. That kind of set back the entire thing.
Hear that?
Play a marksman, kill a unit.
Places, everyone.
I think I have to heal.
When rhythm takes hold,
Yeah, we just lost anyway.
for fear.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure to save damage so that when we play Jhin, the Riptide battery actually goes off. Well, I can't now because he's in hand. I do have to play him. It's so weird that that's not working.
Drama. I will do. We haven't even finished the first act. My final act.
Every blade, every beat.
And I forgot about Suffer, of course.
There's magic, and then
Yeah.
there's me.
Okay.
Where are you from?
And Suffer's gonna kill this guy, so we can sacrifice him anyway. Second Jhin, we're going to Mystic Shot here.
Silent
Then we can drop Jhin.
I have prepared something very special. I knew you'd find your
Yeah, it's working in reverse order.
The curtain rises.
I mean, I have a number of videos showing that it definitely works the other way, so I'm not sure what the problem is here.
Art requires a
But
certain
clearly there is one.
cruelty.
Nothing beats field testing.
Facts revealed. Sublime.
It's gonna kill Irelia before she attacks with the blades.
Beautiful. Is it not?
We can take the 2 damage here, it's fine. It's probably better with Suffer anyway, even though we're gonna win.
I will allow for no mistake.
So yeah, when Jin's power doesn't work, he's a lot worse. I wonder if that was a result of adding fleeting to him, or if it's just a change. And because I can't ever not know something, I am going into the Swift Scout, where his power worked perfectly, so I don't know. Challenge 48 is Jinx. Special rules are Arcane Emissions. Game start, all players start with 3 spell mana, Vicious Enemy, Nothing But Powder Monkeys 2, round start, the foe summons a Powder Monkey, and enemies of Demacia will fall. Game start, the foe summons the Grand Plaza. For this we are using Garen, with Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, and Troll King's Crown. Support kinda doesn't matter. If they have a mana gem on it, I would probably take it. I think Braum is okay. He heals and gets stronger every time he strikes, so that should probably be fine. For champion item chest, Spell Shield probably doesn't matter in this instance. Savage Shield is probably okay. We can get something a little better. Take Ancient Coin. And we go into Jinx, whose power is Rocket Scope Boom. When the foe attacks, they play Super Mega Death Rocket. And we can play Vanguard Defender here. Can't really attack though. So they got that Jinx out really quick. Can use Lord Blade Keeper. And we should be able to kill 2 units here. Next round we drop Garen. Could have either used Elixir of Iron or Sharpsight there. Either is fine. Sharpsight does give us +1 mana though, so it's better. Drop Braum. Does need to strike to gain power.
Have you met my shield?
Kill one of these.
It is easy, see? Ha! This is fun, yes?
Challenge 49 is Gangplank. Special rules are Natural Magic, all cards cost 2 less, and Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. For this we are using Master Yi with the Chameleon's Necklace, full build, and Banshee's Veil. We could probably swap out Banshee's Veil here for Crown Guard Inheritance. And of course, if you're using Epic Relics, you're not going to want to use any of these things. So you don't want to use maybe Black Shields, Chosen by the Stars for sure, and Echoing Spirit. You could also use Chosen, Echoing, and Crown Guard. The reason we can do this here is I don't think that Gangplank has any spell that can just straight remove us, so it doesn't matter. And then Crown Guard will make sure that we can attack in any round and win the game. And double attack will save us a lot of time here. This will cost 0, so we'll make a bunch of 0 cost followers. Don't know if that is worth anything, so we'll just skip. We go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Keg. The first time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, summon the... And how this looks is you drop Master Yi, then you pass, and you pass. Should your opponent attack, which they definitely should not, you give bonuses to Master Yi. You can give him an infinite amount of bonuses because his champion spell draws a card. The card it draws is his champion spell. He needs to have at least 12 power to level up, so make sure to do that. And you're going to want double the opponent's life to win. So that is 20. And you do want to stop at the exact amount you need to win, because if you go more than that, it just takes forever. And the sooner that ends, the better. And finally we have Challenge 50, which is Draven and Zed. Special rules are Bandle Magic. Game start, the player summons the Bandle tree. That will flood your hand, and that kind of sucks, because you need to make sure you have room for your single combat. And Chorus of Power. Round start, the foe gets an extra mana gem this round for each unit they have. I don't think that's going to be super relevant, but it could be. And for this we're going to be using Garen, Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, and Troll King's Crown. You might go double Stalker's Blade here. And if you do that, probably get rid of Berserker's Buckle. I'll take Karma for Concussive Palm. One of the things that we're going to be worried about is Zed just hitting us a few times before we get Garen on the ground. But the deck is, I don't know, it's good enough anyway. I'll take a Mana Gem on Bright Steel. And Power Riff on Karma, sure, why not. We go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When the Draven attacks, give him +1/+0 and double attack this round. Concussive Bomb has Foresight Alteration, so we're forced to draw it. Which is good, we want to draw it. And Karma, even with that, still can't be played. Drop Bright Steel Protector though. That'll give us an extra mana gem.
Nothing can stop me.
We're gonna take so much damage here.
You cannot win.
This is kind of what I'm afraid about on Zed too. We're just not using a wide strategy here.
We fight for those who cannot.
Sorry, did you say something? Time for the moneymakers.
I will not falter.
It's killing time!
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Cut him down.
Neverglade Collector is decent healing.
I stand ready.
Could maybe do... Actually, block Shiraza, she does the most damage.
Strength in grace, beauty in display. Hardly fair.
I've never thought of Draven as threatening before, but this was a little closer than I like.
Now we're cooking.
Could do Starforge Gauntlets and Luminous Orb to give Garen +1 mana, and that would help get there. Just having +1 mana in general is nice, because you can use more single combats. Next we go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the Darkness. Round end, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. Did pick up -2 cost on Garen, that should fix all of our problems. I'm gonna pass here, let them play Zed, Karma can eat him.
Power is nothing without it.
What would you wish to learn?
Drop Garen. Do have to take this hit. I'm gonna play a bird. Then another unit. Attack with the bird. Didn't actually expect Karma to die there. Something I should have thought about. We can stun Zed here. I like this. Doing this in the middle of the attack too makes it so that they can't respond. And we can get rid of everything. Just completely wasting their turn. And we get through it. And that is challenges 41 through 50 of the April 2025 monthly challenges. I am, like I said, terrified of 46, and I think Garen might be too slow for Draven, but I mean it worked out in the end, so I guess you saw it work, so it works. Runeterra Nova Shards is fantastic, and yeah, that's it. Careful on 46. That is my advice, and that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.